I'm muted. Organized culture, you know what it is.
What's popping, y'all? Thank you to everybody that's in the building.
Early gang.
Yo, we had a really good little waiting list to get in this week.
Yeah, I see them
We
in
did
the
something called
lineup. We had to skip avocado to the front of the line. Ruin Your Days in the building.
Yep.
Tasha's in the building. Early gang, Brianna Roman. Yo, we lit. We ready to go.
Yo, there's a
It'll be a great show.
lot of good people in the chat. Salute, ruin your day. Bree, what's up? Your contribution does not go unnoticed. Tasha, you already know. You've been my A1 since day one. And what up, Smooth? Nakaya, oh, the man, the myth himself.
Nakaya's in the building?
Nakaya's in the building. Oh,
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? What up, Jack? What up, Curry? I see y'all dropping chickens for Uno, but you look, I go by the name of Drect. And this is my code D. You see him in his bucket.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my man, Bishop.
I ain't said a word. I'm the best code D on the earth. You heard? Bishop Brigante. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
listen.
Team Hami was popping.
Word up. Yo, listen.
Poison in here.
I need y'all to understand something, okay? Like, for anybody that doesn't know who my code D is, right here, like, we go back. And I'm not just talking about our own friendship. We're talking about pioneers of the culture. We're talking about pioneers of, we talk about day oneers, lifers. This culture means the world to us. So this show is organized culture because every episode we're trying to put things back in an organized state. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that's with us right now, we appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to everybody that's representing with us. We live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Instagram. We live right now. So tonight we're talking about a few things. We're going to talk about what's going on between, this surprise event or this secret event that Rare Breed threw. Shout out to ARP. A little bit of controversy there with Jag and ARP. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Chrome, the new league, the event coming up. We're going to talk about resolution?
Yep.
We're going to talk about. And then we got a special guest. Mm-hmm. Put your chickens in the chat. We got Lush One in the building. Now, there was a couple of titles we were going to go with. We went with this one. I say step down, step up. We're going to have a real in-depth conversation. So anybody in the chat that wants to ask him a question specifically, let us know. Write it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And if we get to your question, he'll be happy to answer it because at my request and at his approval, all questions are on the table. Nothing is off the table. We're having a real conversation tonight, organizing this culture one episode at a time. So, with that being said, my Cody, Drect, what we doing, man? Where we starting? Because it seems like people was going a little crazy online about what happened over here. Now, first of all, are we going to start off with Rare Breed?
Let's do that, but let me say something real quick before we
all right, go ahead.
Right? Y'all see that this is the Lush One episode. Y'all know what we about to talk about. So even though this is the Lush One episode, this is the Us episode.
Mm-hmm.
And Bishop, we about to get real busy coming up soon, man.
Real busy.
First of all, we kicking organized culture into a whole nother gear. You know what I'm saying? We've been playing around right now. We've been giving y'all little shows. We got the format that we want to do. We got the chemistry that y'all want to see. So we are definitely down. That's one. Two, a new league just got announced with the letters G and T in it.
And if you guys see at the bottom here, if you log on to GTXbattles.com,
right,
tickets are available now. We're gonna get to all that.
Available now, and the pay-per-view link should be up tonight on rapgrid.com.
Let's go. Home, baby.
So
home court.
We got organized culture. I'm kicking into a new gear with RapGrid. We got GTX.
Yep.
And you're going to hear more about this later, but I got a new show coming.
Oh,
Crazy. I'm not gonna tell y'all the name yet, but y'all will know this in the next few weeks. And all these good brothers will be involved. Now, before we get to Lush One, we know it's y'all dropping chickens in the chat. This is what
chickens
y'all
in the chat, baby.
You know what I'm saying? RBE had an event called Straight to It. They did something very good. Salute to the good brothers Lawrence, Shata, ARP, and everybody else involved in the RBE movement. What they did was they threw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Supposed to be 8, but 7 battles.
Okay.
In complete anonymity. How do you say that word? Anonymity?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Man, they do that shit quietly. They did that shit quietly.
It sounds like Porky Pig. They did that shit quietly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, they did it completely anonymous, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard all the battles were fire, and they're taking a new approach. So salute to them being creative and not scared to take a risk with some big money on the line.
Now, hold on. Is this like Blackout 3.0? Is it kind of like?
No, that was kind of fire how they did it though.
It's beyond Blackout. I was just kidding though.
So and it's called the new Pop Out series. I like the way they branded it. I like the way the font looks. Everything is dope.
Yeah.
The big news. Sad to say, the battles were fire, but the big news coming out of that event is that Arsenal versus Jag didn't go down.
Okay.
Jag basically didn't show up to battle Arsenal.
Wow.
So ARP did an interview basically saying, look, I do not mess with Jag. It is what it is. Forget this dude. The way he said it, he just had some like, I don't give a fuck in the back of his voice. So shout out to Caps. He interviewed Jag. Jag basically said, I thought it was going to be on Max Out 3. I didn't know that the battle was this big. I didn't get paid a bag to do it. And he had something going on with the I Am Athlete podcast. And he decided to do that instead of battling Arsenal. Now,
so from Jag's point of view, it's like, my bad. But from ARP's point, it's like, fuck out of here.
Exactly. And let me say this, right? I want to speak on behalf of the businessmen behind battle rap and the battlers themselves. First of all, Arsenal is the most viewed battler in the world. Arguably has the biggest impact on battle rap ever from a battler perspective, right? And this man is putting in work and giving people shots to really step up to his level. If you want to be a battle rapper, if you want to have a moment in hip hop, that's not something that you turn down. Now, if you have prior engagements, family issues, it is what it is. You got to communicate that. Now, Jag said he let ARP know 5 days ahead of time. I don't know the validity of that, but that's what he said. So, with that being said, for you to say, oh, I thought it was at another event, you know what I mean? And for you to say, oh, I had something going on with a podcast, why would you not reschedule that?
It's not a good excuse.
Why would you not reschedule that? That doesn't make any sense.
Now, Twins, you out on time.
Everybody in the culture would have watched that battle. 1, 2. Okay, I don't know the timeline that you knew this was going to happen, but you should have tried to find a great way to reschedule that. As an event organizer or anyone behind the scenes or a battler, the worst thing that you could ever do is not show up, let people know at the last minute, and act like you didn't know what the hell was going on. But hopefully that situation gets worked out. I don't think that battle's ever going to happen. And shout out to ARP for throwing a really dope event. The battle I want to see, Big K versus J Mills.
Yo, so yeah, wait. What I noticed was ARP is doing something innovative again. He did the face-offs after the battles.
Right.
There's a Big K face-off with J Mills.
Right.
And they talking about it after the battle, so that's lit.
Yeah, no, that's dope too. Really, I want to see all the battles, but the one I'm looking for most to is Big K versus J Mills, because you tossed that man into the fire for the second time. Yeah, time when he was super hot, and you got Big K, who's one of the hottest punchliners and one of the consistent battle rappers in the world. So.
Yeah, he's OD.
Yeah, you know
super OD. Yo, everybody that's talking about sharing the link, if you can share it on your Twitter, your Facebook, wherever you can, share this link. If you love battle rap, you love the culture, you're ready to ask Lush One a question, for tonight's show. Please share it on Twitter. Share the link. Let's get these numbers up. We're going to have a great discussion.
Yo, and also make sure you tag at Bishop Brigante.
At Bishop Brigante.
Brigante.
It's right here.
Make sure you tag Direct at DRECT. And make sure you tag my brother Uno, Lush One, LUSHONE. If you can't spell those, I don't even know how you made it to this YouTube stream. But
did I hear that? Did I hear that somebody got booked on that card, bro? Well, let me find out this sucker got booked on that card, bro.
Oh.
Let me find out this sucker got booked on that card. Yo, listen, ARP, listen, man. Hit me up, bro. We need to have a conversation, all right? There's no reason why these suckers should get booked and you ain't hollering at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I get busy. I get busy on that stage in that ring. You know what I'm saying? Don't be booking a guy that can't. Hey, ARP, hit me up, bro.
But yo, shout out to Cicero though, because I
bro, you owe me $20 now.
I want
You're
him
not allowed to say that name on the show.
I want him to come back.
We're not allowed to say that name on the show.
I definitely want him to come back strong to get the Bishop rematch.
Sissy choke? Come on, bro. Let's go.
For you, bro. That's a bag for you. But look, the good thing to know about that RBE straight to it, it is on rapgrid.com.
This weekend.
Now, but it goes live on February 26th.
This weekend.
February 26th.
Let's get it.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Now, also going down February 26th, me and Bishop next week will come back to do it. Well, we can't because it's going to be over, but we're going to be coming back with our recaps of all these events that we're talking about today. We got URL TV's Resolution with Sharon versus T-Top, Averb versus Easy the Black Captain, Charlie Clitz versus Lou Castro, and DNA versus Hollow the Denanon. Those are some impeccable battles.
It feels like a gnome.
Yeah, I felt like Clips and Lou Castro was going to be my favorite battle just to watch this year.
Easy and Verb.
I gotta go with DNA and Hollow, bro.
That's gonna be out of this. That's leaving early.
Don't even book any more battles. I'm good with the 4.
Can we give a round of applause to Sharon? He's consistently working on the URL platform. He's doing Wild and Out. He got renewed for another season.
Right.
Wild and Out. They just announced that some mega corporation stock company has named him one of the board members on the advisory board. Right. Bro, can we give Sharon his flowers for working hard inside the ring and outside the ring? You know what I'm saying? Give that man his flowers. I'm always proud of the little bro kicking ass out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope. I'm really proud of him. And, I think this might be T-Top's longest night. It's gonna be a big fight.
Sharon is one of the most dangerous battlers in battle rap history. The man is a legend. He's done things that no one else has done, and he's arguably the best freestyler in battle rap history.
Facts.
And not only the best freestyler, one of the best just effective battle rappers.
And T-Top's he finds those moments, those rebuttal moments, but he against a rebuttal moment.
No.
One of the rebuttal moment kings.
What T-Top did against Emerson, mean that rebuttal.
Very mean. But if that was Sharon doing that, would have been meaner.
Yo, let's push this to 100 live. We almost there. Everybody share, like, retweet, send it to your mom, send it to your uncle, send it to your grandma, whatever we got to do to push these numbers up. Let's get it going because we have a very important conversation today. And once we hit the ground, we're going to be running forever.
Okay. Now, the last thing, Chrome 23?
Yep, that's the last one.
Let's get it.
That's the last one. This weekend, new female battle league.
Let's go.
Headed off by one of the elite GOAT female MCs in rap, period. Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Papoose. Lyricist. Yo, Remy Ma's Chrome 23 presents Queens Get the Money with official versus KCJ. That's Bardashian on Bardashian crime. That's one of them battles that they would have only did because Remy asked. Yoshi G versus Prestavia. Now, Yoshi is home team. That is the homegirl, I've seen her grow and blossom into one of the most charismatic and greatest characters.
You were caping for Prestavia on this show, bro.
But yo,
I got Yoshi G in that battle.
Oh, what we putting up?
Let's do it.
Yo, I need 5 Boston. No, I need 3 Boston Ends hoodies. No, check this out. I need 2 Boston Ends hoodies. I need 1 GTX Ends hoodie. I need 1 Grind Time with the original logo Ends hoodie, and I need
Bro, stop.
Let me get a Toronto one.
Don't put it together in your mind because you're not gonna win, bro. Yoshi G 2-1 for the card. That's what I got.
What rounds are you giving Yoshi?
I'm giving it a first and a third.
Why? Can you explain why?
No, I just think it's gonna work that way.
Hold on, who you got for official versus KCJ? I got
whoever don't go like this the most.
Yo, chill.
I'm just kidding. You know I'd be cracking that one, but I don't know, man. Out of those two, I'd probably say KCJ.
Bro, all right, I got official 2-1.
All right,
I got Prestavia in a very exciting entertainment battle. I got Prestavia taking every round.
All right.
Miss Hustle versus Couture. That is mean. Like, that is so hard to predict. Miss Hustle versus Couture. Oh my God. What are we doing? Couture is a master strategist. Her and Jazz are the master strategists in female battle rap.
I don't know.
Mean. My reaction shows me I think that's gonna be a classic.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going with Hustle.
Just because we keep picking the opposite people, I'm gonna have to uncomfortably go with Couture. But really, I'm going for Miss Hustle. But Couture's from New England. Shout out Couture. 40 bars and QB. Most disrespectful.
That's gonna be a disrespectful match.
Versus Queen Pen. Salute to that.
That's gonna be a disrespectful matchup.
But who you got? You want to go QB? I know. You made the disrespectful face. I know you want to go QB. I'm going 40 bars.
Of course you are.
Why? Because she's from Grind Time or because she's from Boston?
Yep. 2 reasons enough. 2 reasons enough.
Because she's the GOAT.
Hey, yo, share the link, y'all.
Get them numbers up.
It's going up. It's going down. I don't know where they're going. We got to get.
These numbers are jumping up and down.
Yeah, they're going all over the place.
Get into some shit in a second. My man is in the lobby. He is waiting right now.
Listen, he's sipping some sparkling fresh water right now. Mm-hmm. He's chilling out on the sidelines. He's ready to come in. Before we, listen. So Chrome 23 is going down this weekend. I got to say one thing before we move on. I will say this. I love the approach and the work that Remy Ma is putting down. Live streaming with Hot 97. Appearances on TMZ. The commercial is crazy for the event. Bro, listen. Remy Ma did not just jump in here to try and grab a bag. Remy Ma is putting bags up for this promotion. She's putting in the work. She's doing what she's supposed to do. I'm excited for Chrome 23. I'm not one of those people that gets all blue in the face when new things, come on the horizon from established artists or people, that are more established in the game. I love it. And especially when I love it when it's being done the right way. And Remy Ma is doing the work to get these women their dues and their shine and their time out there in the light to be discovered. I love it. I'm all here for it. Let's go. Chrome 23, I'm excited. Keep going. I'd love to, I'm going to definitely attend an event. Love to judge one day. You know what it is. Let's go. Now, before we go to the green room, Drect, this is what we're going to do. Off the top.
I put my notes away. I know what I'm doing with
Off the top, right now, you got to give me your best, your own, but you got to give me a Lush Uno intro right now.
Oh, my God.
Let's go. I need a Lush Uno intro.
Oh, my God. Why put me on it like that? Oh, my God.
I'm hugging the block. Your cousins are op.
Listen. No Patron in the
I'm a
phone.
kilo of coke and you nothing but rocks.
From LA.
Can I get a ooh no?
Battle rap John Stockton. Got your bitch pussy popping. Ooh no. Can I get a ooh no? Yo, bring him in. Bring him
Let's
in.
go. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to see nothing. I need to see the chickens. I need to see it representing the new Battle League GTX. Please welcome to the show our brother Lush. Ooh, no. Now, what up? Turn your phone sideways, man. You know what it is.
He iced up.
Look at him. Look at him.
Iced up. Lush
How you looking like? How you looking like a CEO?
Man, I'm not trying to be a sore winner, but sometimes you just got to take the scoreboard home with you.
You know what I'm saying?
How you like your intro, man? That's the first time you got to let
y'all is going crazy. I love it. Right now, first off, just want to thank God for the many blessings he bestows upon us on a daily basis and affording all of us the opportunity to do what we love, pursuing our passion, all of us as children of hip hop, to being able to contribute to the culture and, feed our families and create our dynasties through what we love. That's, what an incredible blessing that is in and of itself. And, we haven't done anything else for a couple decades now, outside of the occasional illicit substance sale, but I don't do that no more. So this is an incredible honor. And right now, I really want to urge everybody that wants to come to this event to get your tickets, because right now the tickets are going so fast. We're going to have to up the bag. We're going to have to up the price really soon. And 85% of the tickets are being sold to people whose last name ends in a Z. So, you know what I mean? We'd like to get some. There's going to be a lot of green, white, and red flags with Eagles on it at this event. Let's try to balance it out, though.
Yo, he's great. Yo, you already see that Lush's demeanor is different, right? How crazy is this? What we're talking about. I'm the one doing the Lush One intros, and Lush is the one laid back chilling.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on in the world?
Yo, Lush, I want to ask you a question. Because I'm with the shit, so I'm gonna get right into the shits. All right, I gotta ask you a question.
Well, first of all, before we get into that, there's a reason why you jealous of Lush, because your bitch choosing up, and there's 3 shells on my rug. You feel me?
Let's go. Now, listen, I understand longevity, consistency, and I understand, what it's like to be a part of something for a very long time. And I also understand the emancipation of that. How do you feel? How do you feel right now? Like what's going on? Like, I mean, aside from all the love that's coming in about this new venture, how does it feel, to be able to set yourself free from something that's been, a part of your life for such a long time, to now being able to move forward with your own ventures and, building your dream?
At this point, it's really difficult for me to even, I'd like to have more time to pause and reflect and actually absorb and be emotionally conscious of, and acknowledge the feelings that I have. I definitely feel joy. I definitely feel a little bit of fear. A lot of gratitude. I feel very grateful. That's just like on an emotional level. But when I really think of the imagery associated with how I feel right now, I just know that I'm on a flight, and I don't know if I'm Maverick or Goose, because I know we all up in the motherfucking danger zone right now. We flying, and it's full speed. I'm definitely on a trip. I don't know if I'm the pilot or the gunner. Sometimes I'm one, sometimes I'm the other.
Right.
I definitely feel immense gratitude for King of the Dot for affording me the situation I was in for a long time. But a lot of people might think that my decision was strictly financial, but at the end of the day, that's not what it was. This wasn't a financial decision moving on from King of the Dot. This is a spiritual decision. This is what I needed to do to stay, to continue to live a rigorously honest life based on spiritual principles. And in order to do that, moving the way I wanted to, I needed to have ownership, and I needed to have my own legacy, and I didn't want there to be any confusion or blurred lines on who I was and what I was doing. I started to feel pigeonholed at a certain point, being under a different banner that didn't fully represent me, my intentions, and who I am as a person and where I'm going on multiple levels. Primarily, when I really analyze it, it's like I said earlier, I'm a child of hip hop, and I don't really care about getting credit for this or that, but my legacy and what I've created and what I've contributed to me is the most important thing in my life. So for that not to be close to my soul, and for me to be pushing an agenda that ultimately doesn't fall in line with my internal beliefs at a certain point, I needed to make that departure.
I completely understand, and I don't even think I could have said it better myself. Did you find that like, do you know when it was that you felt you may have hit the glass ceiling at King of the Dot?
I feel like I was at a certain point, I really started to like doubt myself as a person. You lost confidence in my own abilities to be an overall leader, and there was a lot of fear of jumping off the porch and taking the responsibility on my shoulders, and really doing the brave thing, which would be like cutting the parachute and just hoping I turn into a flying squirrel and taking flight out here, because it's like this big safety net, working under another organization. And I was traumatized. I have like PTSD from my past experiences of being in a leadership position, but due to me being too immature at the time when I was afforded those opportunities by God, and also me being addicted to drugs and alcohol at the time, I wasn't firing on all cylinders. I didn't have full employment of my mental faculties, so I never really showed the world what I was fully capable of in that capacity. So I think I just became complacent for a long time, and in a lot of ways, it was really disaster who believed in me more than I believed in myself. My tied for best friend in the entire world, my brother. It's funny, my two best friends, Disaster and Smokey, both have the same birthday, and they're like bizarro world. They're so different from one another. Like Smokey's such a laid back, chill cat, and Disaster's so like overly intense, but they have a lot of characteristics that are the same. So I guess Sagittarius and Cancers were like heterosexual life mates. I don't know what it is, but I rock with them. Then my brothers right there, my twins, and Diz ultimately had the belief in me is like, you need to be in the role of, I don't trust anybody else to be the CEO. You need this. Like, I hate seeing you branding under other people. Like, what happened to you? This isn't the way it's supposed to be. And I was just like, kind of lost confidence in myself and my ability to do that. And I was just like happy in the role that I was in. And especially like, when I got out of treatment, I went to treatment on February 2nd of 2020. February 3rd is my sobriety date. Because, I popped my last pill, had my last drinks, smoked my last blunt, whoop-de-whoop, on the 2nd of February 2020. And then I was in treatment for 4 months. Then I was in sober living for 2 months. And like when I was gone, not only did the global pandemic start, but there were so many changes in the landscape of battle rap culture. Like, I get out and it's like everything's different. Whoa, URL has a deal with caffeine. Oh shit, Norbs isn't with URL anymore. Like, who are all these? The biggest blogger in the world is a fucking puppet of a tooth. Damn, this is like all this crazy shit is going on. And it was kind of like overwhelming. And my initial thoughts were like, it's been a great run, battle rap. I don't really know where I fit into all this anymore. I don't, I'm always going to be a part of it to an extent. I know my legacy speaks for itself, but like, I don't really know how much more I'm going to be involved. Let me just try to focus on my music and build my life back up, like from the ground up, essentially. And within within a month of that, I'm back, with the King of the Dot Grand Prix situation. And, it's been like full steam ahead ever since. I didn't really realize that I would be at the helm of that ship, visibly steering that company essentially
Yeah,
for in the interim, and then like all this. So it
it's
was
crazy
real. I
because
never really.
it's crazy. Sorry, my bad, but it's crazy because I literally had to say it publicly multiple times. You literally put that entire season on your back, and you had to deal with you had to deal with people being upset about that judging system, which had nothing to do with you. But you literally stepped up to the plate. You kept it entertaining. You kept it dope. I feel you were the Grand Prix MVP or the S1 MVP because you literally put it on your back, and it was
And
dope.
thank you. And what I did, first of all, I got to give credit to the entire King of the Dot staff, because I didn't do it on my own. You got to give credit to, especially Gully, but everybody else too,
Facts.
that was thugging it out during that process. But what I didn't gain financially from that, what wound up happening is me being on the ground floor. People started to become reacquainted with Lush One on a regular basis, and then as well as doing, you know, hosting the pay-per-view stream for Rap Grid of, sorry, for Max Out 1 and 2, or 2 and 3, I forget which, the amazing RBE events, and hosting the Riot League event where Geechee battled A Ward, and like just Lush was back in the trenches. I was hosting every single event. I'm in Detroit. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Jersey. I'm interacting with all these individuals, all the people that are in the field really thugging it out in battle rap culture on a grassroots level. Like, not like the necessarily, sometimes I'm around like the bigger stars, but I was around the people that were thugging it out and building. And I wound up like reestablishing connections with people and creating new connections with a bunch of people, and people started to gain more and more confidence in my abilities, not only on camera again, but as a competent facilitator of day-to-day operations. And we're like,
Business.
business and handling shit that people didn't want to deal with. And I think so that was like the silver lining of it. Like, I was back at the forefront. So when it came time to make this announcement, and people, and Diz had stepped away on a visible level completely, but he's out there like doing fucking metaphysical push-ups, getting stronger on all levels, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So
Mm-hmm.
when we pop out, everybody is like hungry to see what they're gonna do, and they received it well. It wasn't like when we jumped out the window in 2014 with the Alki David Fresh Coast Media Group situation, where it was really polarizing, and we didn't have the support of the culture. Like, we came out this time with the full support of the culture. I'm thugging it out in the trenches every day, working with Surf Bill Collector and Jack Boy Maine on Midnight Madness. I'm working with Poison Pen and Direct on, what I mean? Like, I'm working with Bishop. I'm going on Angry Fan doing interviews. I'm working with battlers in every contingent of the culture. So it was like, boom, like people really realized, but they never seen competent Lush One. They seen like Airhead Life of the Party Lush One. Now, look, I'm the same OG. I'm still a cat from a planet called Get Busy. Snatch a breezy so fast you'll get dizzy. Like, ain't none of that changed. But the difference is now, like, I'm firing on all cylinders.
So, man, there's a lot to cover right here. So, Lush, let's say this, right? So, for those of y'all that saw the announcement, it says new league, GTX, Lush One, Disaster, and Direct, right? Can you please, and I'll speak to it too, explain to people what my reaction was when y'all first told me about this so long ago?
I mean,
Like,
I feel like
truthfully, let's speak about it.
I feel like you had your doubts about it. I think that not to put words in your mouth, but I feel like the grind time thing was somewhat traumatic for you. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that was your brainchild. you're the godfather of the modern era of battle rap. It's you. You
100%.
started this. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for Wavy Davy, there wouldn't be any of this shit, you know? And you put your heart and soul into it. The way that it kind of transpired and manifested really left it to the point where, like, this was the most important thing in your life and you stepped away from it. Like, not even like no severance package or nothing, just like deuces, I'm out this hoe. You feel me? Like, and then, you know, and then obviously recreated and reestablished yourself through Rap Grid, and you've done so much since then. But like the whole thought of like grind time, and like, you know, it's not something that you really like discussing unless we're going over the fond memories of it and all, and like the friendships that we acquired as a result. So I think that you've probably had hundreds, if not thousands, of conversations with people of wanting to reestablish grind time and bring grind time back, or even though this isn't technically bringing grind time back, it's the spirit of grind time, and it's the same,
right?
You know, the same figureheads that really spearheaded it back then. And I think you were hesitant, you know, frankly, and you had your own thing going on. You were kind of a little bit jaded from your experience with the King of the Dot Grand Prix, hence you not returning. And then, you know, you decided, like, let me get my own thing popping. Had this, and you were working on doing that tournament with Penn. So that was like the initial cursory dialogue went back, you know, that disaster literally was trying to get this popping since 2017 and really started actively pursuing it on the heels of the King of the Dot Grand Prix not going in a favorable way for him, you know, and him being very unhappy with how he was treated throughout that process.
So, all right, let me speak to this. One, Lush, you're 100% right. So, two, and correct me if I'm wrong. When people ask me all the time, like, why did y'all step away from grind time? I said it got to a point where you guys won't understand it because you're looking at it like it's a cash cow. How do you walk away from that? I felt like Dr. Dre when he was on death row and kept doing fucked up shit every single day. He just wanted to isolate and be able to create. And he went and found a new situation. You know what I'm saying? My man Gray from Rap Grid, that's like my Jimmy Iovine. You know what I'm saying? We recreated and rethought about the business and battle rap on a high level, and that's where I found comfort. You know what I'm saying? That's where I found my solace. But I'll say this: like, I never wanted to just restart grind time again. But when you look at who was putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? Who was getting things done? Like, you're looking at the people right here. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that's not to shit on none of my brothers. Everybody put something into that company. Like, it's like Lush said, it's the reason for the modern era of battle rap. The things that you see right now. I joke with Lush all the time. I tell him, and Bishop knows this. People make the same mistakes that we made 12 years ago every week. We sit there and laugh like, how? You know what I'm saying? How the fuck? But anyway, I say this to say that Lush was correct when he said that I wasn't too hype about it. And you got to realize, like, Lush is calmed down now. And Lush is, he still has the same charisma, but he's not the same person he used to be. Always a pleasure to work with. Disaster, on the other hand, is the most emotionally fueled, hype, either tearing down the stratosphere as we know it or completely building up ancient ruins of civilization with his own bare hands, as Lush One would say. You know what I mean? Completely polarizing figure. And I think that seeing Lush sober and seeing what he's been able to do so fast, seeing how Disaster has matured just as a human being all the way around behind the scenes, and then knowing how I've grown in business acumen and also being more assertive and aggressive in certain situations, when I sat back and thought about it as they continued to work behind the scenes, and we were always in communication, always in contact. When they brought it back to me, I think it must have been like right before Disaster made that announcement, like the excitement kicked back in. You know what I mean? And we've all had our parts in, like, look at what Diz put that Oxy battle together damn near by himself. A culture altering, culture shaking moment that put someone, and now Oxy's already a celebrity in his country, but the way US based media jumped into that situation because he battled Diz, it was powerful to me. I remember sitting back watching that, like, damn, like those are the moments I love to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just knowing all the things that each of us individually have touched, built, and created without getting the proper respect and seeing others kind of bask in the limelight, even though you're proud of your brothers and you want to see culture grow, the fact that we started this shit fucked us up. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone constantly pinching you on the back of your arm. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I agree with Lush when I say, like, we tried to get away from that feeling. You know what I'm saying? We tried to get away from those moments. Because that shit was fucked up. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? To see one of the most impactful things in recent hip hop history just up in smoke like that. But we also know we weren't the reasons it went up in smoke. It was because of the mix of cast of characters, too many chefs in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? But the people who really helped fuel that are coming back to the forefront at this point.
What I'll say also, very well said, first of all. At the end of the day, as far as placing blame, I'm at a place in my life where I don't do that. But what I do, I am accountable for my actions and I'm responsible for what I do. And that's the only thing that I have control over ultimately. Everything else is up to God. And I know that there's a lot of ways that I fell short. And I'm not saying that to talk down on myself or belittle myself, but that was a catalyst for inspiration for growth without making a mistake. Like, that's something that I pray for on a daily basis, and I pray from a place of gratitude. So on a daily basis, I thank God for giving me the opportunity to learn from my mistakes and grow and become a better man. So that's what I've done, and that's why, like, if I do make any mistakes moving forward, I have no problem acknowledging them, and hopefully I'll continue to grow, because it's at the end of the day, progress, not perfection. We're all human beings,
Right.
and if I was going to dwell on what other people did, that there's nothing healthy about that, essentially. And that's me trying to control others, essentially trying to play God. And then when you do that, when I do that, because I can't speak on what happens to you, but when I try to control God and I think that I'm in the fucking driver's seat when I'm not, that's when shit goes left. But if I'm remaining humble and I'm continuing to move on a spiritual basis and move with God, there's no, it's Master P, it's Silk the Shocker, it's Skullduggery. There's no limit to what the fuck I can achieve.
Right.
Facts. And let me say this.
Mia X, Mr. Servon, Fiend, Young Bleed.
So,
C Murder, Free C Murder.
Free Monica, Free C Murder. So, now I want to talk about the letters G, T, and X. You and Disaster did some shit that I would have never did. And for 35 seconds, I hated y'all for it, right? You call this GTX, and I say, oh my God. And this is the reason why. To quote, a famous movie, with great power comes great responsibility. Not even to be corny, but those letters, G and T together, does a lot of people's lives. There was a family behind those letters. You know what I'm saying? Those were life-altering, culture-shifting, hip-hop changing moves made behind those letters. And I knew that if we ever did anything with the letters G and T attached to it, we better come right. And it better be serious, or we're gonna fuck up a legacy. And you guys
it'll be a great time as long as we're guaranteed tremendous. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I like driving a Gran Turismo. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that, and of course we're talking about myself, Lush, but those letters, they affect Bishop, they affect Poison Pen, they affect Sarah Connor, my man Paradox, Sonny Bamboo, like different Johnny Storm,
Cap Callis,
you know what I'm saying? All these different
Flex
aspect
Rock,
one, you know what I'm saying?
Ajax, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
what's crazy is sorry, it's crazy how, like, when I think about my own time out in Toronto and in Canada, period, right? And, you know, I'm talking way before 2008. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about late 90s, early 2000s, you know, throwing events, being a part of crazy shit for so long before '08. But I remember a stark difference. And this ain't shade. This is just honesty, okay? I remember a stark difference. I don't even know if stark goes in that sentence to make that make sense. But I noticed a huge difference at Grizzlemania, right? Now, Grizzlemania was probably my first and biggest experience with all y'all. And I remember how the impact of it, the entire weekend. I had just met Disaster and actually shared a room with them the whole weekend. Which, if anybody, I don't know if anybody has an idea of what that could be like. It's exactly what you think it could be like. So like the one difference that I felt aside from everywhere else or whatever in battle rap, it was a feeling. There was a feeling that you could not escape in the room, whatever room we were in, because there was multiple rooms that we were in that whole weekend, right? There was different venues and all the different things that happened. But one thing that never left me in all these years was the feeling. You felt what grind time was. You felt what it wanted to be. You felt what it was. You felt what it was. You know what I mean? You felt what it used to. You know, it was a feeling, and that's probably my most exciting thing to think about when I think about GTX is the feeling of battle rap and in being in that aura and in that environment again. That's what I'm super excited for.
Lofty
Battle rap is, yeah, we'll have to get you for real. But battle rap is defined by excitement. It's driven by that's the number one prevailing sensation that perpetuates and propels the culture is excitement. And it's something that you can't fake. You can't force it. It appears naturally, and it's literally like the only ingredient that fuels it is passion. Like the perfect example is like what Surf did with Midnight Madness. This is like, you know, him and Verb arguing in the Twitter space and just like randomly, you know, just that energy snowballing into like boom, like thousands of people all tuned in, the entire culture like stopped for a second in everyone's eyes. Thousands and thousands of people were all hyper focused on this and what's going to happen next, looking forward to the next tweet. That's like the same energy that it used to be. Like that reminded me of grind time back in the day. You know, that's the same thing when we made the GTX announcement. It was like has that feeling, and that's why the tickets are going so fucking fast, and why I encourage people to go to gtxbattles.com and get your tickets before we raise the price and cop your pay-per-view as soon as it drops, because we are dictating this excitement. And you know, I've felt that way, and I've felt that passion. You know, I've seen Organic so many times have that passion. I've seen Drect have that passion. I've seen Bishop have it. I've seen Smack have it. I've seen ARP have it. Is like there's different times, there's different cycles of when who's capturing that energy. And right now, it's coming from so many angles. It's like literally, it's like it's literally a monsoon in battle rap culture right now. And just to be a part of that is incredible. And whoever survives that impact of when that wave crashes is going to be able to literally like ride the current into oblivion. And that's what our intention and our ambition and what we're hyper focused on with GTX. We're not just thinking about our next move. We have our next 5 years we're plotting out right now. Like we're in this to win this for the long haul. We've seen everything and experienced everything that could be done right and could be done wrong in battle rap. Like we've done it all right, you know, like RIP Shardy Low, done it all. You know what I mean? Like literally, that's us. We've been there. We did it right. We did it wrong. We've seen other people. We've seen everyone emulate it. We've seen you know, how they've succeeded, what they did wrong. We've seen the success stories, the Geechee Gottis rising out from the ashes of doubt and despair to, you know, to eternal immortality and glory. And like, we've seen that. We've seen other people crash and burn. So that's why we're the only people that are equipped to do this properly. And that's why we have this energy. And it's all based on what you were just saying, Bishop, that excitement. So, you know, shouts to everybody that's contributed to the culture in any capacity. And really what it comes down to is the fans. It ain't even us. We're not the ones that dictate that. The fans are the ones who sense that energy and then add to it. And then once it raises to its fever pitch, make it explode. It's not us. That's why the fans are so valuable. And I love the supporters of battle rap culture so much, and what it's grown into and the way that they express, and why we're trying to create different avenues and opportunities for fans to help dictate the future and profit off the future, as well as battle rap. Like the thing that was dope about Grind Time, which we're doing with GTX, has many people as possible, from all the creatives, for the people that make the flyers, to the people that are taking tickets at the door, to the people that every single person involved in GTX are battlers. I can't hear Bishop in the other areas, but yeah. So that's what's dope and unique about this whole experience, and what we're attempting to do with it, and what we are doing with it at this point. And you know, I really don't want anyone to ever think that I would down talk King of the Dot or King of the Dot are enemies. Like, it's nothing like that. Like, they will forever be, you know, fam. I love Organic. He's a great person. And I really hope they continue to crush it. And that's why next weekend I'm going to be in Vegas hosting the stream once again. And I'm going to be there in the finals hosting that. And I love King of the Dot, and I'm going to thug it out with them. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't be being emotionally honest. And I wouldn't be living life on a spiritual basis if I continued to work for somebody else.
So let me.
And I want to be able to fake that excitement.
Let me respond to you, my good brother, with let's talk our shit session. Now, I've been involved in many different battle rap situations, and Lush can speak to this. Sometimes I felt stagnated, right? Why did I feel like this? We did so much creating. There's ingenuity involved, and we constantly want to push the bar. And I feel like the way battle rap is right now, you got a lot of people playing the rent-a-rapper game. If you don't know what the rent-a-rapper game is, that's, let me take somebody that I didn't build because they're hot. Let me put them on my platform. More times than not, lose money during the event. You know what I'm saying? My whole company that just started goes up in flames. And then I turn around and try to repeat or wait for the next man to come in and do it. Something that y'all should be excited about with GTX is this. You are literally looking at some of the people that found the biggest stars in battle rap. People who weren't even battling at the time. People who were just battlers. People who weren't battlers. People we had a conversation with and convinced them, yo, based off your personality, I think you can do this. Battle rap hasn't seen a team like that in years. You know what I'm saying? And we bring this type of creativity out of each other. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at people who are dedicated to finding a new top tier. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy if you think about like all the different, like we've had conversations, and it's like realistically, when you really think about it, Lush, I know what you said. You said, you know, you're not big on taking, you're not big on saying or taking credit or whatever. But bro, I know one thing Poison Pan always says too is like, yo, closed mouth don't get fed, right? And me and Direct have also felt that there's a lot of times people create these narratives to try to like almost act as if me and him, us are like just me and him, like, you know what I mean, don't have the contributions that we have. Now you put all three of us in that conversation, it's actually kind of crazy. And I know how I feel when I see somebody, again, if I see somebody taking credit for Direct's work, that's going to bother me. So that's why when when you're humble, and that's who we all are. But at the same time, as much as Poison Pen is humble, if he doesn't say certain things that he's done, people will actually act like, and they'll just not say nothing and let that be that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, Drect, what you're getting into right now, like the people that Lush One has put at the forefront of this culture, the people that you've put in, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's just 360 degrees of change and synergy.
Crazy.
It's cool to be humble, but niggas ain't finna fumble. You heard?
That's
how
game,
we're playing everything moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Just One, who I see in the chat. Who
shouts to my dog.
A huge
shouts to Vacant Dreams. Vacant Dreams clothing. That's ice, bro. I need the pack. Like I'll break the bank for that shit. That shit is fire. Shouts to the ends too.
We need
the
that.
Ends.
Just One, Vacant Dreams clothing. Make some of the crispiest, freshest shit that you've ever seen battle rappers in.
I ain't know Syracuse had it like that. That boy, he's
pushing lines. Upstate is on fire right now.
Upstate is on fire. I love.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, let me tell you like this.
I'll tell you my Drect story later.
Let me drizzle some game. Check game though, right? First of all, it's all by the grace of God. All by the grace of God. So all glory be to Him. I get more upset when people slight Bishop Brigante or slight Drect and try to minimize y'all accomplishments than when they do it to me. And the reason why I feel that way is because y'all deserve it. Y'all are the GOATs, in my opinion. Poison Pen is the GOAT, in my opinion. But I know that I have so much greatness by the grace of God permeating through my pores that my energy and what I bring to the table is so beyond my control, so beyond description, and is so awe-inspiring when people are around it that they get overwhelmed and they can't even define it. You can't put my energy in a box. That's been the biggest detriment to my growth, is because I'm so brilliant and so ahead of my time and so powerful that people really don't know how to take me. And it's so all consuming when I step in a room that motherfuckers don't know what to do with themselves. So I know I've done so much incredible shit. It pales in comparison to what I'm about to do because I'm aging backwards minus my hairline. You feel
Benjamin?
I'm Benjamin minus the hairline, and which there ain't no hairline. Let's keep it a bundle. You know what I mean? But other than that,
Drect got one.
Temporarily, hopefully, God willing.
We don't.
But my greatness is so immense that I'm not even threatened by it. But if you really, like I said, I took the scoreboard home. I'm a sore winner. The score, I have access to it. And if I was somebody else, no matter who that is, I would want to overlook and minimize those accomplishments too, because it really, it's like, you feel me? I'm trying to think of, I'm like an elephant walking into the locker room. You feel me? With my dick just swinging. My dick is taller than human beings' existence, metaphorically, when it comes to what I've done in the world of battle rap.
Who are your top three? I mean, all of them mean so much to you, but if you had to drop three of your favorite discoveries in battle rap, who would you put as your top three?
Disaster, and Disaster.
Come on, give me three, man. Disaster's good.
Great. And it's difficult because I think it's difficult when you really break it down, because a lot of the people I can say, other people can say that they helped put on as well, and they're
brilliant. Say them, because.
But yo, Lush, you have to understand something, right?
Lush, me and you are gonna collide on this.
When a scout comes to a high school, you know what I'm saying? The scout's still scouting it. They playing the games in the high school, but the scout's going to come there and bring them to college, and then another scout's going to bring them to the league. So you know what I mean? Other people can say they discovered somebody, whatever. But we talking about, when did you people that you brought to the forefront was like, yo, this is real now.
I think that there's three examples that stick out, and I think there might be bigger names than a lot of these people. But the reason I'm going to say them is just because what they mean to me and what this has done to in my life. I want to say, making that phone call to Disaster when he was on a farm in Lebanon. You know, he was out there. He only had 2 hours of electricity a day. And I just so happened to call during one of those 2 hour blocks of time when he had electricity. So calling Disaster when he was on the farm with those goats in Lebanon and bringing him back to battle rap culture when he thought he was just going to have an illustrious career of, you know, picking figs and, you know, raising goats. So bringing him back, you know, booking that Danny Myers and Rum Nitty battle, going to Arizona in 2009, finding a, you know, Rum Nitty, he still had an ankle monitor on. He was battling in a room with 30 people in it, didn't have 100 views yet, you know, me recognizing his greatness and booking him for his first,
tapes,
you know, 3 battles.
I got his masters right over here.
When you feel me, like,
yeah, I got the tapes, yeah.
When he couldn't even, you know, Rum Nitty couldn't get through a round without choking. You know, and I still saw just in the 12 bars he could get through consecutively, I recognized like this dude's going to change the world. And booking him versus Danny Myers in 2013, setting off their careers. Booking Geechee Gotti versus Saint. You know, it's funny, Geechee Gotti versus Saint, I had to like beg, threaten, and push the line against King of the Dot. They didn't want to book any of those battles. I said, if you don't start booking the West Coast talent, you know, at this point, this is towards the end of the bunker. And I made a thread on rapmusic.com and was like, hey, like, you need to book Ron Compton, Dre Vicious, Yak the Ripper. You need to book RX. You need to book SO Finesse. You need to book Active. You need to book Saint, and you need to book Geechee Gotti, or else LA is going to start turning their backs. And subsequently, that message was shot to Avocado, and I, you know, got in their ear, and they wound up booking them. They weren't given a main stage plate. They were forced to be on GZ, and the astronomical impact was so powerful that they wound up going straight to the main page, 100,000 views in a few days. You know, now it will take a few months to do that if you're a superstar on the King of the Dot channel. So, like, it's like that right there was a huge thing. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Danny Myers and Rum Nitty was also a day one battle. You know what I mean? That was also a GZ battle that wound up breaking the internet. And then Alchemist is saying it's one of the best battles he's ever seen. You know, I booked the first person to put Arsenal on a plane and book Arsenal and bring Arsenal to the West Coast. First person to put Averb on a plane.
I was the first one to bring Arsenal to Canada.
There you go.
I might have been the reason he got his passport. I think I am.
He didn't have a passport, bro. You hired a coyote and fucking dug a hole and he snuck in. You feel me? He swam through Niagara Falls.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I booked Averb for $300. He's literally 30 times that fee now, if not more. You know what I mean? Like, crazy. If not more. I'm the first person to book Calico on the West Coast. I'm the, Pass I found when he was barely 14 years old. That's the last person I want to mention is Pass. So he was barely 14 years old, and now he's about to battle for 100 bands.
Damn, I didn't know you was gonna say those three.
For real?
I didn't know that was your three. Because one is a collaboration.
Yeah, there a few of those are, you know, like the Diz thing, like you.
I'm saying the one you didn't name was a me and you collaboration.
Which one?
I thought that was gonna be the second person you named. Daylight.
Who? Oh, Daylight. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Daylight. And Daylight's a big part of it, but really 100%. I can say that Disaster is the reason that Daylight got booked when he first got booked. And this really hasn't been talked about. But and I know you were involved in this because we had just booked Locksmith, and Locksmith had just battled Pass on Grind Time. And that was a result of EA Ski. Shouts to the big homie, the almighty EA Ski, one of the greatest producers and rapper producers in West Coast hip hop history. Reaching out during the MySpace days and hitting me up like, yo, can we get Locksmith a battle? Which was, actually his first thing was like, yo, I support what y'all are doing. And then him and I started talking, and the Locksmith versus Pass battle came to fruition. Then we needed a second opponent, and there wasn't really too many opponents that made sense stylistically. So through Disaster, he had brought up, he's like, my boy Daylight, you got to put my boy Daylight. You know, he's from Watts. He's from the Jordan Downs. He's got crazy gun bars. This dude is ill. There's nobody that's really rapping like this in the context of grind time right now, especially on the West Coast. No one was really rapping like that in the grind time scene in the West Coast, period. And I was like, well, let me see some footage so I could show him to Locksmith. And Diz sent me a video of Daylight, like out, you know, standing outside of his car with his shirt off rapping, you know what I mean? Just like on a low quality video. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, and like, I was like, I hope he's down for this. I heard the bars. I was like, this dude's nasty, but you know what I mean? Like, and then lo and behold, you know, the rest is history. You put Daylight on with that battle, and the rest is history. Obviously, you know, we could even mention Conceited, who Fox brought to our attention. Shouts to Fox and the Jungle Movement. But me and Direct campaigned, and Direct, you know, I put him on multiple battles, and Direct wrote long-winded letters to World Star Hip Hop, who didn't want to put the first battle out, the Conceited versus was it Converse Tall T?
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something funny about that shit, right? Before I even know who Fox was, and salute to Fox for cultivating that whole jungle scene, right? I had a video on YouTube. I used to literally type rap battle, bars, guy spitting bars, girl spitting bars in YouTube all day. I see this kid in a pink hat at nighttime in front of a car with the headlights on.
Was it the video that said light work?
I'm not sure. I don't remember what the title was.
I think that's what it was, yeah.
And just rapping in front of a car for like 5 minutes. And I brought it to one of my contemporaries and I said, yo, this kid is fire. And he said, man, that shit was whack. Ain't nobody jacking that shit, right? So I sent him a YouTube message and I said, yo, bro, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get you on. And I was like, are you going to battle? And he was like, oh, I don't have anything. So I had him come out to an event. Remember ATM? Where ATM battled in Orlando. And Khan was there. And I tried to get him to battle BC just so he could get footage. And he was like, yo, I can't. And he was like, but my man Fox has this thing called the Jungle. I'm going to battle there. I'm going to talk to him about getting y'all the footage so it can get views. And what happened was, shout out to Q from World Star. He passed away. You know what I'm saying? RIP Q from World Star. I sat next to this dude in school, in college, who was like, yo, have you ever heard about World Star? And I'm like, nah, what is that? He's like, it's a site that's kind of blowing up in like Jersey and New York right now. And you should send them an email and get them to put up the grind time videos. And at the time, it was before people were saying World Star. It was in the beginning. So I sent Q an email and showed him Johnny Storm versus Mosh. And he immediately was like, called me, was like, yo, we're putting that up on the site. If you have anything else, let me know. And I was like, yo, we have this one kid. He has a battle coming up. He's a superstar. He was like, yo, send me everything. And we agreed. We put the grind time logos, the World Star logos on grind time videos. They upload everything, every single battle. They were putting up all type of shit. Every single battle to the site. He did that battle in the Jungle versus Tall T. Fox sent it to me, and it was like, yo, it's go time. Already had the shit all mapped up. Q put it up, and immediately Conceited was like, yo, Busta Rhymes hit me up. Fabulous hit me up. And that was like, that right there was great. But see, the reason why we tell these stories with the culmination of a new battle rap league is this. Like, we saw somebody, all of us saw somebody with talent and gave him a direct path to get on and let his star shine bright. Like, we want to do that for the next generation of talent. Yo, Lush, let me ask you this, and Bishop, let me ask you this. We don't want to bring back every single grind time moment and grind time person. That's not what GTX is. But if we could bring back anybody, one person from each of us, who would y'all bring back and give the proper light to shine on and turn them into?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
No can do.
He already said hell no. He don't want to do it though.
I know, but that's what. Listen, when I got to experience No Can Do versus Disaster,
right,
I was, for the first time, genuinely like, I thought, you see my face, bro? I was literally like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude, bro? And I was in Disaster's corner. You know what I'm saying? Again, we were sharing a room. But like what he did in that battle to me, and like you could see what he's thinking it, like you know what I mean? Like we're freestylers. All of us, we can freestyle very well. So like when you see somebody letting off an incredible freestyle against a guy who we all could foresee was going to be a fucking icon in battle rap in Disaster, like that was a fire matchup. So for me, No Can Do is who would be the first name on my list to return from the grind time scene.
You know, I feel like it's dangerous. First of all, shouts to my brother, All City Jimmy, aka No Can Do. He's the illest ever. Great choice. I echo those sentiments. I think it's very dangerous for us to even have dialogue like this because in reality, we can never do justice to our contributions. And we've done so, like Jay said, you feel me? Like Hove said, I done forgot more than you could ever learn. You know what I mean? Like, and that applies to the breadth of our own accomplishments, which is so much more vast. So when I'm asked who are the people that we put on, you know, and this and that, and talking our shit type conversations, it never does justice because what we really did in actuality is so much greater than what we're even able to cover during the span of a conversation. But to your question, it's not just one answer. I have a few different answers, and they kind of span different demographics. Since you said someone from LA, Bishop, I'm gonna say someone from Canada, and I'm gonna say Low Pesci. I want a healthy Low Pesci. There's very few people at their best that can go bar for bar with Low Pesci.
That's a fact.
Absolute lyrical icon. He is an animal. He raps so fucking well, so precise. Such a fucking that slick talk that he personifies. Low Pesci up there. I gotta say, Heartless is my second one I want to mention. Like Heartless, if he came back at full strength, because he's doing so many people the game is doing right now. They're just now catching up to 2009 Heartless. So I feel like a 2022 Heartless would be terrifying for people. And if his heart, it's ironic, like, you know, no pun intended, but if Heart's heart is there, then it's it's the possibilities are endless of what he can achieve and what he's going to bring to the game. I think an obvious choice would be Dumbfounded. We'd love to see Dumbfounded come back and do something crazy in 2022 and see where he's at right now and how what he, even if it's not in a lyrical capacity in the ring, just him being involved on a peripheral level would be so incredible. And then say the same thing about Fresco. I think 360 from Australia. We need to hear 360 back, and what he's done is one of the most overlooked legacies in battle rap. Considering this is a dude that was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, this is a dude that has gone platinum several times over. He's a legitimate superstar in his country and does not get the respect and recognition within the context of North American battle rap that he deserves when he is an absolute legend and an icon. I hope 360 sees this because he deserves that. And we definitely would love, me and Diz both love 360. I know y'all do too. So would love
I got a song with 360 and Cat Counters. Never came out.
Fire.
Never came out.
Fire.
Produced by Chase Moore. Never came out.
That's, man, all across the board fire. Would love to hear that. He is amazing. And like off top, those are individuals that I'd love to see back. But then there's other people that I feel like from yesteryear who we'll probably never see again, but I feel like never really reached their full potential within grind time. People that I always thought could have been so great, like Killing Them from the WRCs. You know what I mean? Like was so fucking nasty. People like that, and. You know
whose energy? You know whose energy I miss? Surgeon General, bro.
Surgeon 1000, bro.
That motherfucker loved Everything about it, dog. Like,
Gadget without the leather jacket.
yo, bro, he loved everything about it, bro. He just was like, yo, I'm doing this. I remember Surgeon General being like, he's that guy, bro. What's he up to?
I don't know where Surgeon's at. You know, there's a lot of people I don't know where they're at, and I want to
Yeah.
go on record to just say, you know, in all honesty, Matt Ills, I love you, bro. Josh, I love you. I hope you're doing well with your life. Nothing but respect. God bless you, brother. You know what I mean? Nothing but success in all your future endeavors. Matt Ills, I genuinely love you and appreciate everything you did for me. And I didn't always give you the respect and recognition that you deserved. And you know, you're a powerful person, and I know whatever you put your mind to, you'll be incredibly successful. And I think you're an incredible MC too, and I'd love to see you just take off with your lyrics and that you deserve. And you have one of the illest flows I've ever heard. So shouts to Matt Ills, dog, straight up.
I should have gave him a rant. The flowers though, the flower. Should have gave him his own thing there. That would have been dope. That's awesome. Who would you bring back, Drect?
See, this is kind of cheating because I gave y'all a small sample of this with the KOTD Twitch tournament. The first name I'm gonna say is my man, Sire Boy, aka Family Man.
Come on.
Yo, if you saw how he rebranded and upped and revamped his style for the tournament, yo, my man is one of the most talented battlers on the planet, and he has that superstar intangible quality that.
The only reason I ain't mentioned Hayes is because I feel like he's still damn near active. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
he's
only gonna come back if we ask him to come back. That's just
because he's for sure at the top of my list. You know, 1,000% Family Man Hayes.
right.
It's tough for us, Lush. It's tough for us to like, you know, you were able to knock out like 10 names just now. We have a lot of incredible names we can mention. There's just that's the beautiful thing about battle rap is that it's such a cesspool of talent. You know what I'm saying? And
I'll say Heartless number one for me though, just to keep it a full bundle. I'm gonna say Heartless.
Hold on, let me throw out some more of these names though, because these are clips that these people are gonna see and run with. This clip might be a career changing clip right here. You can't downplay that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna hop off the porch, they're gonna hop off the couch when they hear this and want to be active again. And let me say this.
I got a question for y'all.
Even though he's in the tournament, my man Lou Cypher too. I feel like he's one of the best lyricists in battle rap, and I feel like he was always downplayed. I feel like Ness Lee never got an opportunity to brand himself correctly. I feel like Ness Lee is the type of person who needs an A&R behind him to make his star shine as bright as it could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? My man, and of course, Dirtbag Dan.
I swear to
God. Hold on. If Dirtbag Dan, understand what I'm trying to tell you. You are literally Dirtbag Dan in 2022 is a terrifying thought, and there's nobody I would like to see return to battle. That's like literally like, you know, like the man with the long hair, beard, and Semitic features. You know what I'm saying? You know, from the Middle East, returning with the sandals, walking across the fucking hot sands.
Yeah.
You know, that's the prospect of Dirtbag Dan returning. Come on, bro. That's like
he might have just jumped to the front of this
Tupac,
conversation.
Big L, and Nipsey coming back.
Like, yeah, he might have just jumped to the front. As soon as you think about it, you're like, oh, damn.
Yo, let me say this really quick, right? So, back when, and Lush remembers this, we're going to drop a bomb real quick, right? Back when Grind Time was numero uno, #1 battle league, URL, there was a company named URL coming up. It was gunning for our spot. Got on the phone with these two brothers named Chico and Beasley. Let's do this event called Smack vs. Grind Time. it will be one of the biggest events in hip hop history. You take however many grind time people, we'll take however many URL exclusive people, and we'll make a monster event. When talking to battlers from URL at the time, the number one thing and the number two thing they used to say, yo, I am not battling Thesaurus. And Dirtbag Dan is hard. Dirtbag Dan is the hardest white boy y'all got over there. I watch all his battles.
Nah, Sue Surf literally just said that to me. He said that his favorite grind time battler was Dirtbag Dan. You know what? Who's not getting mentioned, and it's actually a glaring omission in this conversation. Philly motherfucking Swain.
I was just that was my next person. Yo, Hollow to Don, in order to get catapulted to the level that he's on now, back in the day, Philly Swain versus Hollow was not only one of the most viewed videos in the history of World Star Hip Hop, it was sitting at like 3 million in a week. That was
got a gun the size of the wing that I be popping. Flip reverse and pop him. Flip reverse and pop him. Come on, bro. What?
That was a hip hop history moment. And Swain, because he's been writing music, producing music, and he's moved to LA and has been successful.
Any Will Smith stunt double now and shit? Like
lost mad weight, everything. And he's somebody that has already told us he wants to come back. I actually have to call Swain back.
I saw Swain at URL about a month ago. Yeah, it was great to see him, bros. Me, Disaster, Fox, Philly Swain were all, it was just like, whoa, this is a grind time reunion. And like me and Diz in the back of our head, knowing what we had cooking with GTX, it was like, wait till y'all motherfuckers see what we finna come out the cuts with soon. You feel me? Like, so.
But yo, I want to stress the fact that Bishop, Lush, everybody in the crowd, yo, I'm really sick and tired of these battle leagues booking the same talent over and over and over again. I say this all the time. Shit is like Street Fighter 2 Turbo. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same 12 motherfuckers get booked all the time, over and over again, and not that many people have the foresight to add new people into the foray. So you get these, that's why you get these chokes. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get these letdown performances. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get these companies that come and go. Who's the innovator, Lush?
It's like this. You can't just have insight. You need to have insight, outsight, foresight, and more sight. Whoa. You know, like it's you got to be able to see the game from all angles, and that comes from years of experience. That comes from the triumph, the tragedy, the success, the failure, and most importantly, to bring it back to what we've been discussing this whole time, that undercurrent of excitement. Excitement and understanding how to contain that uncontainable energy. So, like, you know, that's what's going to drive. That's what's always driven my decisions on who to book. And to me, booking the same people is not exciting. Right. And we have that insight, outside, foresight, and more sight to see beyond what's going on. And that's why, like, reaching back and snatching up a No Can Do again and putting him in the context of the modern landscape of the culture and finding the next, you know, just like what I, you know, me booking Anti-Hero and Appa as the openers for the next King of the Dot card, you know, like that right there, understanding that EFM is the motherfucking wave, that EFM is the movement, and all these cats that are battling on the trenches, on the spaces and all that. That's what's next, and being able to capitalize on that, and then seeing what's next after that already when people are just now catching up to that, because now everybody's all hopping on EFM's nuts and clout chasing that wave. I'm already seeing what's in front of that. You feel me? And that's why we have got this. And Drect, nobody's more passionate. Nobody generates more. No one has more excitement and love and just is genuinely more tuned into battle rap culture than you. That's why you're so valuable. And what Bishop has been so fucking humble in the cuts, doing what he do for so long. And, you know, Disaster being such an incredible battle rapper, it dwarfed people's understanding of his business acumen and what he's able to bring to the table as an owner. So when you combine all of these elements, like, it's fucking scary, you know? And then of course, like having my fiance Marisa handling day-to-day operations behind the scenes, like, bruh, it's like we're A1 Yola. We're that butter that's gonna jump back like a leapfrog every single time. You feel me? Have the fiends damn near ODing off the testers. Like,
yo, so two things that I want to cover. First thing is this. Lush. Now let me give you flowers for something that's really uncomfortable for a lot of other people in hip hop to talk about, right? So you and we've spoke about this so many times. A lot of times when you see white guys come into hip hop, the first thing that culture says is culture vulture, culture vulture, culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? You've always been very aware of who you are, where you're at, and how other people take to that, you know? And so transitioning from your last situation to this one, how are you gonna really keep that in mind going forward?
I've never felt comfortable working for a company within the context of hip hop culture with no black ownership. You know what I mean? It's always been something that was uncomfortable to me and never sat well with me. Every time there's been a company that I had ownership in, from Grind Time to Fresh Coast Media Group to GTX, there's, that's just not how I move. Like, because, quote unquote, being white is one thing, but I'm from the 5700 block, Clemson. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in hip hop culture. I grew up in the streets of LA during the fucking Reagan era, crack epidemic, gang banging. You know what I mean? Freeway Rick Ross, LA riots, the earthquake. Like, that's the environment that I come from. My hip hop is generationally deep for me. This goes back to the fact that my great grandfather threw the first integrated concerts at Carnegie Hall with the first time Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday were performing in historically white only venues. That was produced by my family. Like, my parents marched on Washington. My father was the last person for CBS News to interview Martin Luther King, the last person for CBS News to interview Malcolm X days before his assassination, the only member of the media that Malcolm X felt comfortable being interviewed. Like, this is in my bloodline. It goes deep. You know what I mean? That's just, my uncle produced Beat Street. Like, hip hop culture, like, I don't need a qualifier in hip hop culture because it literally is in my DNA strands on multiple levels. So moving forward, this new venture, like, there was not an option for there not to be ownership in the black community, by a black man or a black woman in this company. That wasn't an option. It was a mandatory for me. And I know Disaster feels the exact same way. And I have no problem saying that, and I don't give a fuck how anybody takes it.
Yo, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, obviously, the conversation here right now, specifically, I was involved in that environment for a very long time, and diversifying even talent. You know what I mean? And, like, bringing people into the fold. It just, I can fully relate to everything you're saying right now, because for me, that was my biggest, thing. Trying to fucking make sure I pulled in the right people, make sure I got in touch with, you know what I mean? That is, it's just, to me, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's ridiculous. And the way you just explained it, it's like, it is mandatory. It's not, this isn't something that, you could just play around with or whatever. It has to be a mandatory thing.
But you know what?
And beyond that, go ahead. Actually, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even as a black man at the forefront of this hip hop company, I realized we need white rappers, we need female rappers, we need Chinese dudes, we need Filipino dudes, we need people of European descent, we need people.
We need Latinos. Shouts to
Latinos. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, like, that's what made it great, being a melting pot. And that's what battle rap doesn't have right now. It's not a melting pot. How many times you hear
1,000.
people talk about battle rap and be like, you got the street guys, you got the backpack guys. But what about every single person in between? Like, it makes no sense that we continue to go. Like, hip hop started in the South Bronx. Black culture, yes, it has been adopted by so many people around the world. Why exclude all those people on a business level and on a personal level?
Well, and that's why, like, certain, like you talk about Nestle is in between those categories.
Right.
And that's why it was hard for him to get the recognition he fully deserves, because he's not trying to be overtly on one side or the other. He's being himself, and he needs a lane for that. And that's what we're here to provide. And either side of the spectrum on an extreme level as well. But beyond that, Drect, you gave me ownership in grind time. So why wouldn't that be reciprocated when the tables were turned?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and this is something we all built together from its inception. So of course it's only right. And that would be the case regardless of your race or nation of origin. That wouldn't matter, just based on what you did for me and my belief in you as a person and our friendship, which supersedes any of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it just so happens like that just lines up perfectly with my ideology on a whole other level.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and you know, our partner company, Band Royalty, also is owned by a black man. So it's like every single entity involved in the culture of GTX and the formation of it, like, that's something that we are very cognizant of. We turned down other investors that were trying to come in at high numbers and high levels because they didn't align with our ideology in certain aspects. You know what I mean? We didn't go anywhere begging to make this make sense. This made sense, and it's ultimately, once again, bring it back. The last shall be first by the grace of God.
I think,
100%.
I mean, it's an exciting moment. Like, I was already getting excited as the announcement was coming, but when I saw the response, like, I still have, and I'll get back to all you guys, I still have some of the greatest battle rappers, some of the most upcoming battle rappers, and some blast from the past battle rappers all in my inbox asking, yo, how can I get down? And I know you guys do too. And it's like, it's just a great feeling to have, because one part, and I know you went through this, Lush, it's like, damn, shit is over. Let me just go ahead and do what I got to do. I had a battle rapper that I put on, that's one of the greatest battle rappers of all time, tell me, yo, it's over, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? It's over, bro. Just da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like that shit honestly motivated me. He probably don't even remember he said that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? But that shit motivated me.
Thanks, Hollow.
Yeah, that shit motivated me. And I think that
I was thinking if I was going to start.
I gave too many clues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I think that at just moments like that, and it's like just really sitting back, watching culture grow and seeing, like, why'd they do it like that? How come they didn't implement this instead of doing that? Why didn't they get this rapper? Giving some of my matchup ideas to some of the biggest battle leagues. Inviting some of the greatest guests that have been at battles to some of the biggest battle leagues. These are all things that we can pool together and put towards new company. So,
and I want to make something else clear. Like, upon my departure from King of the Dot, before I let that be known, I let them know I had several conversations to try to come to resolutions on certain levels. And I also made sure that whenever they find the person or people that will be replacing me, you know what I mean, and moving into the positions that I held in the company, that I'll do whatever I can to onboard them, let them know what my day-to-day operations were, and left them with 100 different ideas and, like, on ways to keep their shit lit and to the best of my ability, because I don't want them to die. I don't want them to be out there stranded. I don't want them on life support. And I'm very confident that, you know, if they do take me up on that, it'll only help in their continued growth and success, which I know will be immense. And I have faith would continue to impact and shape the culture as well.
I can't wait till they start publicly showing you and Diz and GTX some support, though, because I ain't seen it. So I don't know, it's kind of weird to me, because you are a staple, and I think you deserve that. You deserve that support and that, you know what I mean? And I went through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I went through the exact same thing. And for me, I don't know. I don't know if I share all the same sentiments, but I understand what you mean. I feel you. But listen. I think what you're doing is incredible. I think you deserve it. You deserve your time. I love seeing the no jumper water bottle because I love seeing you in the no jumper
Oh
officer.
shit! I didn't even know that.
You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, bro, like,
That's a
I
branding
think,
lesson.
yeah, marketing and branding. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you have again, you've put it all on your back, bro, and I think that now that you have ownership, now that you have a dream of your own to build and to create, you know what I mean? We spent so many years building other people's dreams and building other people's ideas of what should happen, and now you have ownership. Now you have your own platform to work with your brothers, with your friends, with your team. This is what you need. This is what you deserve. And I swear to God, I support you all the way. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
I hope we see more people publicly supporting you all the way.
it's
All the way.
I'm never going to be responsible for another man's actions or
Facts.
emotions. So
Facts.
that's that. But I will say, like having working with you, this ain't just me. This is us. This is Disaster. This is something that Disaster came up with when he felt the most immense pressure of his life. It was literally his back was against the wall, back was against the wall, up against the wall, up against the wall. He thought that his career was over, and this dude literally grabbed a fucking Phillips head screwdriver and a piece of cardboard and on some primordial, felt the spirit of his ancestors mixed with his time being a tag banger in the streets of LA and carved an original logo that he made with his bare hands, just like, and just became obsessed with it and laser focused on bringing this vision to life and empowering myself, with combining visions with Drect and, Pen and, Bishop and Avocado and Ruin Your Day, who, if it wasn't for Ruin Your Day, I wouldn't have made it past these past couple years, like hands fucking down when it comes to this battle rap shit. And, like Disaster composing the beat, me and Vodka the Grouch from Jordan River Recordings, helping him compose a beat from scratch, which became the beat that was used in our trailer. Like all of that, it's so like came together in such a natural, organic way from the spirit. And that's fucking hip hop, using a logo created by a template, fonts that are online that might look clean, this or that. Nothing hip hop about that. Hip hop is creating something new, using what already exists and freaking it in your own way or creating something new. And that's what the fuck GTX is all about.
Yo, I need everybody that's in this chat right now to go to gtxbattles.com, hit up Lush One on Twitter, hit up Disaster on Twitter, hit up Drect on Twitter. Let them know, give them their flowers, man. Give them their flowers. Support them because all they've ever done, whether they were from when all of them stopped doing grind time, all of them have publicly and wholeheartedly supported the culture from day one, wanting to see everybody grow, build, become successful. Y'all need everybody in the chat, please go on all y'all socials. Get everybody in the know of GTX. Get everybody in the know of Drect, Lush, Disaster. If they don't already know, get them out from under that rock and support because that is the fuel. You guys don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? When me and Lush was on stage in Boston and in Massachusetts, you know what I mean? When we control that shit, you know what I mean? You know what we do when we get on stage anywhere, we in any city, and we work off of y'all. I say that specifically about me and Lush because me and Lush are performers. As far as like,
and Bishop, you remember at that moment when it was right after Prodigy had passed away.
yeah,
You had the DJ play Mobb Deep, Shook Ones, and now me and my
I got
fiance's
goosebumps.
you know, every couple has like their song. Our song is Shook One's Part 2. That's going to be our wedding song, we decided.
Bro.
And it's because of that moment, because I saw her right then and fell in love. And that was the song playing at that moment. And it's just so funny the way that works. And like, no, Bishop, you like your contribution.
I got goosebumps thinking about that night, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you're such an incredible artist. You're such an incredible, you know, friend. And through this GTX thing, you're gonna finally get that reciprocation of respect from an organization that you've always wanted, and that camaraderie and brotherhood that you deserve.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Because you know what? It's nothing but love. And I've said it every time. I've never, you know, being at the forefront of things, you know, when we're outspoken people, we're very vocal. We're out there. We're personalities. We're people that people can, man, chill out, Dutch. But yo, what I'm saying is like, we care about the people. And that's what people, that's what nobody can take away from us. At first and foremost, we care about the talent and the people. And that's why I think we're always going to be, you know, in the spots that we are, because we actually
care. 1,000. Shouts to Poison Pen. Yeah. Shouts to fucking Sarah Connor, Dutch Vega, Swave, like everybody, you know, on the East Coast. Shouts to Sunny Bamboo, everybody that was in the Midwest, you feel me? Shouts to Ilmac, Grind Time, Oregon, you feel me? Shouts to motherfucking remember we had Ed OG, Grind Time.
Yo, who's the guy that always said Dear Diary? I'm terrible with names.
Shouts to Chris Petty, you feel me?
You know, shouts my guy Aztec. Man, we Aztec, Paradox,
Docs, Maestro. You know, Maestro 1000. He was smoking that weed that smelled like 8th grade. I remember that shit. You feel me? That Bam Bam Bigelow brown pack. You feel me? That he was smoking. That DC.
Even Deuce and Chris.
Oh yeah, of course. Shouts to I said Chris. Shouts to Deuce too. And really, just want to remind everybody that resentments are cancerous, and there's nothing that's more dangerous and unhealthy for the human spirit than holding on to resentments. And that's why I on a daily basis thank God for allowing me to live without resentments, and the people that I've been resentful for, I thank God for giving us an opportunity in the future for rekindling, because there's no point living with animosity. That's cancerous. That's the most unhealthy thing in the world. So what I try to do on a daily basis, I strive to, like, you know, like, somebody might not be receptive to fucking with you now, but that don't mean down the line that they will be. So I just, you know, you never know how it's going to be, but at the end of the day, we got to keep moving and keep pushing the line forward and do it with positive intentions and energy. And like, there's nothing that's going to be able to, nothing will be able to deter us from our goals and our ambitions if we're moving on a righteous level with good intentions and resentment free. You know, that's excess cargo that's just going to hold us down if we make it so we can't ascend to the next level, you know?
Yo, before we go, no, chill. I know I see what you do.
I got something.
Okay, but after that, I got something too.
Listen. Battle rap. Y'all done fucked up. You done gave the innovators, the originators, some money, some top tier battlers, some history, and all the resources in the world. Watch what happens.
Validity.
If this shit don't go, nothing's gonna go. That's a fact.
Word. Yo, let's take questions from the crowd, bro. We need to, because I was telling everybody, yo, you know what I mean, and people were saying that they wanted to ask a couple questions, and I got one that was started already from Hardcore Flavor. Salute to y'all, brothers. Who's filming the GTX battles?
Ruin your day.
Ruin your day. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it looks like an action-packed movie, stay there.
We also have a whole contingent of the best talent in battle rap that's going to be working as well in different facets as far as filming and editing, and a lot of them are battle rappers, you may know as well. So, but you know, of course, Ruin Your Day, they at the helm.
Lush, can you name the people behind the organization except Diz and Avo?
The people behind the organization that I can name, we've been low key naming them this whole time. You know,
All right.
obviously it's Diz and Direct. You know what I mean? Like,
Let's see.
I'm the CEO. Like the positions are this. There's like other people that obviously like Bishop, like Marissa. Like there's other people fucking with us, but the positions of leadership as of now, Direct is the president, Disaster is a creative director, and I am them 3 letters.
All right. Question: are there going to be innovations in terms of formats for the battles and events?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Does GTX have belts?
No. And we would never. Why the fuck we wear
No,
jewelry?
we've never
Who the
discussed
fuck would
that,
ever
and
wear?
me and him
who the-
both said no at the same time.
Fuck no, dog. Like I hate belts. Are you fucking kidding me? Like
Yeah.
wrestling is cool and shit, but I don't like fucking enamel. I don't like steel. I don't like gold plated. I like real jewelry. Like, yeah, if anything, we'll have fucking iced out bust down chains. You feel me? Like bust down rings. You feel me? Like that's how we get down. This that cool G rap shit. You feel me? Mafia Don shit.
Somebody
like,
gonna have to be the VVS champion of GTX.
Yeah, we ain't VVS GTX.
Here's a good question. Here's a good question. Who does Lush feel should replace his role for S2?
I'm sure that there'll be. I think that there's I think it's difficult because which role are you referring to is the question.
Yeah. It's a good question, but
on a visible level, shit. I don't know. Is Jay Black busy as far as doing commentary? Shit.
I give Gully a promotion too.
Oh, Gully!
Yo!
Gully!
Yo! Yo!
Do everything possible.
Yo!
Gully.
Man, give Gully something, man. He deserves
everything.
Give him everything.
Gully is the motherfucking one of the best people in battle rap. One of the most. I love Gully.
He's somebody else that don't get his just due.
Me and Gully were pussy magnets walking through the streets of Toronto together, bro. Like, best believe, bro. Like,
no, don't get me started. Anyways, let me go to the next question. Are you planning to bring GTX to other states or countries? Yes, it will be in Toronto. What up?
Come on.
Quote me. GTX will be in Toronto. Yes.
GT.X?
Listen. Don't act like I ain't the one that put battle rap on the map out here. It will be here. GTX will be in Toronto. Man, Toronto needs some events. Anyways, yes. Fans be asking the most obvious question. All right, let's see. Doesn't Dirtbag Dad have belts?
I don't do the enamel. Sorry.
All right. Is GTX going to have events that happen to be a little bit different than the other ones we get already?
I mean, our first event out the gate, which is literally called the Prelude, because what we're doing is way more advanced moving forward. But the Prelude has a bilingual headline battle. So, I mean, you tell me.
Yeah, this is what y'all got to understand. When I talk about pushing the envelope, creativity, like, we're not here to do what everyone else is doing. We've never been that. You saw us disappear when shit got stale. We got to mix it up. That's what we're here for. Because we love this culture. We want to mix it up. Y'all need to put some respect on our name.
Mixing up the medicine, like Bob Dylan said, right?
Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, Dutch Vega always be laughing when I get crazy. All right. I'd be interested in sponsoring the battle. Yo, Jimmy, don't worry. Me and Jimmy, you gonna holler at me, bro. We're gonna bring the GTX out here. He said.
Just, it might be time to holler back at Dirt too.
Oh yeah. Dirt's the man.
A+ said organic put battle rap on in Canada. Chill. Nah, it was a lot of us putting battle rap on the map in Canada still.
Shouts to organic though. You know what I'm saying? It's a legend.
For sure.
Yo, and let me say this too.
Hold on.
Rest in peace to my brother PH.
Facts.
RPPH.
Oh my God.
Because a lot of those top battle rappers right now wouldn't be in the position that they're in if it wasn't for PH. You know what I'm saying? Like
PH was the first rapper that had notoriety outside the battle scene that
exactly.
stepped into the ring, and like I was like damn near starstruck when he was first getting involved with Grind Time. So
I remember when PH wanted to be involved, it was kind of like, who's gonna talk to him? I don't want to talk. Direct, you talk to him. Like I'm gonna talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And me and PH, we would have a tremendous relationship over the years. And if it wasn't for PH, I would never have friendship, this brotherhood with my bro Poison Pen neither. So definitely.
Hey Christopher, I ain't saying nothing against nobody. I'm making a point. If somebody's gonna say something stupid, then they gotta get corrected. There's a lot of people. It's a collective. It ain't one person. It ain't just me. It ain't just whatever. It's a collective. That's all I'm saying. Carry on. Well, who else got another question? Did I miss a question? Hold on.
Yo, let's wrap it up. We coming up on 2 hours. We said.
Yo, somebody asked, what's the format? The battle format.
I guess you're gonna have to wait and see.
We're gonna have to reveal that later.
But what you thought it wasn't, it was.
Right, exactly.
Let
me say this one more time in case y'all didn't hear it. R.I.P. to PH. That's all of our big homie.
Facts.
And our brother. You know what I'm saying?
Big bro.
And his memory is going to be brought on every single step of the way. Because, listen, I'm going to be real. When it was all that real nigga time versus grind time shit going on, he was the main person right there holding it down, dealing with that shit day after day.
Hostile territory.
You know when shit changed up, he didn't take no battles. One thing I remember is PH ain't take no battles over there, and Philly Swain quit before he had to take battles over. Now we told them don't do that. No, like go get your money.
But we would never restrict the growth of anybody that we believe in.
But that's that family feel. We bring like battle rap is a hostile environment, but we bring in that family feel back, and that's one thing we all feel strongly about. You know what I'm saying? Bringing that different vibe to those events. And if you've never been to a GT event, wait till you see this.
Well, look, I'm going to tell y'all like this. This has been an absolute pleasure and honor. One of the best conversations I've had in my entire life. I think this is going to go down through the annals of history as like, they're going to need to literally like immortalize this interview. And so, because this interview and it's not an interview, it's a conversation between brothers and friends.
It's broke our live record.
GTXbattles.com. Please, y'all need to go to get the last batch of tickets that's there because they're selling out. So go to GTXbattles.com. Follow it on Instagram. Follow it on Twitter. Get in the know. You know what I mean? Stay tapped in because it's about to be a paradigm shift in the culture.
Tell a friend to cop a Benz and shift the trends. You heard?
And with that being said, so let's chill to the next episode.
Shout out to Fate too. Fate's in the.
You supposed to cut it
my
off.
younger Fate.
Come on, son.